Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Today we're playing Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. I played this a long time ago. I am way too loud. Let me just turn that down just a hair. That way I'm not busting your eardrums out with my boisterous voice. I played this a long time ago. I didn't get past the tutorial because I got really busy. I need to adjust the settings. Turn that off, apply. That way when I mute off, pop off the screen, it's not muting all the time. Howdy, Jump. How you doing today? Did you get any snow where you are? Because my backyard and my whole neighborhood is several inches of snow right now. Yeah, I've been itching to kind of play this game for a while. And really like get into it properly, because I do love the Warhammer in general universe, but I really love 40k and just the background lore and everything. And this game is so chock full of it that I'd like to actually give it the proper go. Like I said, I barely got through the tutorial the first time, and this has been like maybe 2 years ago. So I'm excited to give it the proper try and actually get through it. And hopefully you guys will join me as I fumble my way through the 41st Millennium. Just gotta make sure my microphone is in a good position. I'm sitting in a good position. Oh no. Good. Live in the Midwest, so you guys didn't probably get hit as badly as we did over here. I take the cord and just do this. Let's move my whole setup like this. Still trying to figure out the streaming thing because I'm still really dumb. But everything looks like it is all set up and good to go. So I'm ready to hop in and just get rolling with some 40k goodness. So let's hit new game. I don't have the DLC, so we're just gonna go with the basic story. I love the Space Wolves, so I'm so excited to get my hands on him. He's super cool. Difficulty. Ultimate challenge with Lord Captain. Party worship defeated in battle. The grim darkness journey ends there. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna adjust anything. We're just gonna go with normal. Because I'll be honest with you, I'm not really used to these types of games. Here we are. All right. Okay. We're gonna do a custom character. We're gonna make our rogue trader. We can choose our portrait. This chick looks awesome with her heavy bolter. Let's see. Very commissar looking character. Did a great job with a lot of these. Because like, you can look at all these and be like, oh, I know exactly what background these guys are from. And some of them are just like, yeah, that's just a rogue trader. This person's got like a forehead thing on her. That guy looks cool. Some proper psyker looking characters. I think I'm gonna go with one of the commissar looking ones. We'll go with this guy. Custom portrait. I could upload my own custom portrait. I could have my own art. Look at his bald head. Okay. We're gonna go with this one and we're gonna tweak him a little bit. Eight's not bad. Not like I'm gonna see my character's face all that often. 8 and 14 I like. Let's see. 14. 8. Let's go with 14. I'm not, as much as I'd love to go with this ridiculous looking wig, I don't think so. Where's the facial hair? It's a very piratey beard. That's so silly. No ponytail. Unkempt. Kinda like this one with the slight ponytail. Okay, yeah, that's what we'll go with. Ooh, eyebrows. Kind of like these ones. Let's go with that one. Now for the beard. Make sure we get a good color on the beard. Oh, there's deep red. Hold on. Make him a nice ginger. The facial hair is very important. I want to kind of match the portrait a little bit, so I think I'll go with just... I might just go with this, like... this mustache. Oh, we can get 5 tattoos. That's a mole. I hate that it zooms me out every time. These techie looking ones. It's a little borderline chaos going on there. I don't know about that, friend. That's just flat out chaos. What's that? No leg tattoos? What's this one? Mortis. Okay. Let's do that one there. Oh, scars. Hold on. We can be all scarred up. wish I could zoom in just a little bit more. I'm getting into the details of this, but and then we're gonna just go in, and it's gonna be the isometric view, and I'm not gonna be able to see any of it. Some burns. All right, hold on. There was one of the early ones. This one. This is what we're going with. All right. We got that tattoo. We got the Aquila on our right arm. And we'll get this one on our left. I don't want to overlap tattoos. Just put all the tattoos on. No. We got our Aquila on our back. Maybe we'll change this one to this one. Yeah. I'm good with that. Augmentations. Oh, right. We can get cyborg bits. Now that's not a heroic chin. I don't know what is. Chins of steel. Just a buckle on the nose. It's entirely metal jaw. Oh wait, if I like combine things into like a big metal, like almost fully metal head. No. That's pretty cool though. We can't see these through the hair. Is that a service stud? I think that's a service stud. So, I know with Space Marines, they'll have these studs like implanted into their heads, and every stud represents a century that they have served. Like if you look at Titus in Space Marine, he's got 4 studs, which means he's been serving the Ultramarines for like 4 centuries. He's probably older than that at this point. But if this is like a service stud, that means that my character, if he has this, that means he's been serving for an entire century. I don't know if that's what it is. But that might be. I think I am going to just do that. I could have a second one. I just have both of them up there. We're not going to do that, though. Kind of want to give him the metal jaw. That'd be enough reason for me not to have the a beard either. I think I'll do that. Let me. So I originally decided if I was gonna go 14 or wait, hold on. I could be fat. I'm a ginger. So I was gonna do 14 or 8. See how 8 looks. Yeah, I think we're gonna stick with 14. That was good. We will stick with that. I like it.
Another clean strike.
You didn't stand a chance. Something of interest.
Yeah, it's because if we're going off of it being a stud, it's way too high up. and then these ones are even higher. And they're kind of all over the place. Like, you'd have two studs, like, right there. So it might be a little high. I'm still going to keep it on there just for the, you know, the little bit of... Like, if I had more hair, like, different hairstyle like this, it'd be more like, yeah. Yeah, that's a service stud. But, like, I think some of the hairs, like, hide it just a little bit too much. Is that one hairstyle? Actually, I like the ponytail, but also this kind of wild. I might actually like this better. He looks kind of handsome. He's got that wild look to him. Let me go into the augmentations real quick and swap it to this side. Oh, yeah, that... Okay, I like this. This is good. I think that's what we're going to go with. Yeah. That's kind of cool. All right.
I'll bring glory to my bloodline.
Okay.
I am but a vessel for the higher purpose. Look upon the Emperor's faithful and tremble.
This could be an opportunity. I don't need luck. I have strategy. Success is the only outcome I accept.
Your existence is naught but ashes. Ruinous favor prevails. Unleash the storm of macro-cannons.
Time for a round of space regicide. Behold the wrath of madness.
This is a psyker voice.
Perfect. Now that's interesting. Done and done. My supremacy is proven once again.
Why is there a daring male but no daring female?
Blood and mayhem shall be our anthem.
Excellence matters. A new challenge for me. Stay faithful, and you will be rewarded.
To arms! The best defense is a good offense. Lance batteries, volley!
Macro cannons, volley! I'll see you terminated.
Time to reap the spoils of the battle.
I like bold and I like the pragmatic.
Engage the engines.
For the glory of the dynasty. A new challenge for me. I'll bring glory to my bloodline.
I'll make it happen. Success is the only outcome I accept. Lance batteries, volley!
I think
Time to reap the spoils of the battle.
maybe pragmatic.
This could be an opportunity.
I'll see you terminated. For the glory of the dynasty.
The bold one sounds a little bit too posh.
I always keep my options.
I don't need luck. I have strategy.
The destination is known.
Whispers, guide my hand. Perfect. Fire at will!
To arms! Engage the engines.
Okay, I think yeah, pragmatic. Cool. Homeworld. Let's see. We get different skills for what we choose here. Let's see what might suit us. I got an idea of what kind of character I want to play. I want to do kind of a commissar type, like frontline support build. Is what I think I want to try and do. I look at these talents. I remember fellowship is what I want a lot of. Pardon me. High world. I feel like this is very specific. If there are 3 or more creatures or allies. Oh, allies or enemies in a 3-cell radius. I don't know about that one. Has melee superiority against enemy. The effect is increased by +10. Cannot fall prone. Hero characters gain +10 bonus. Okay. God, I don't know. I don't know. Let's look here. Ballistic, because this gets -5. I don't think that's a huge deal if I go into it later with like. Never stop shooting. Kills an enemy. I'm not going for kills. I'm going for a support. While the combat their intelligence. Fellowship strength, that's no good. I think maybe this one? It's just the no heresy thing kind of bugs me. I guess if I don't take it. Excluding zeros. Okay, I think I'm gonna go Imperial. We're gonna go Imperial World. And then I'll pump up my fellowship. Because if I remember right, fellowship I think is the one that I want. For a commissar. Carrot and pistol equipped with the primary hand, dealing 100 plus concentration% and damage. So ignores armor direction, always hits. That ally hits a Xenos, always scores a critical hit. That's so shitty. Just perhaps a pistol in their primary hand. Yeah, I want to be a commissar and yeah, we're gonna do commissar because I would do commander. But that's more of a backline, I feel. Also, the drip of the commissar. Immaculate. Yeah, we're gonna be a commissar. Ooh, okay, triumph. Visit door with many Imperial Guard propaganda posters. Do that one. Triumph, my darkest hour. Do that. Archetype, okay. So I think that this is the class proper. I want to go officer. I think I'll go officer, then into Vanguard. Because then yeah, frontline beacon for allies facing enemy heavy fire. Stronger crucible bow. Frontline leader, defensive support, temporary wounds, absorbing attacks. Yeah. And then officer, because I could go warrior and just go all about it. But I think doing officer is what I want to do. Because I can grant extra turns, and that's pretty dope. Oh, can't. Yeah, so we're going to be an officer. Now we get to choose skills. I don't know which one I should take. I think I should pump up my fellowship, get that high, because I think that's going to affect all the other skills that I need. If I'm wrong, this is going to be real stupid. Okay, yeah, because I got that one really high. Ballistic skill, because using that. Weapon skill. I think agility. Because I want to be able to go first so I can give everybody extra turns. I think, if I'm remembering how skills work. Fellowship is like that. Is like charisma. Parry. Maybe I want that. Agility plus perception. Perhaps perception is better? Reduces enemy dodge chance against character's attack. Maybe that'd be better? Because initiative is agility bonus plus perception bonus. Divided by 2 plus. I don't know. Maybe I should do toughness. Because that gives me... makes me tanky. Yeah, we'll do it. My first time through. Penitent Fortune. I love the names that, you know, some of these ships can have. Charybdis. Or Charybdis. Calamity's Promise. Atonement of Abyss. Harbinger of War. Seems a little bit generic. Let's go with the name of my Helldiver ship. Leviathan of Steel. Yeah. Wait, did I name my character? Hold on.
Best defense is a good offense.
Is that might be the last one. Alright, yeah, we're gonna name ourselves the Leviathan of Steel. Here we go. Let's... Lazarus. Wilbur. Ooh, hold on. Saw that one. Vorgan. I like that one. Starts with a V, just like my name. All right, cool. Our awareness kind of sucks, but our coercion, we're going to be talking people into doing all kinds of crazy shit. I'm ready. It only took me half an hour. Let's go. Character creation. Could do a whole stream of just character creation. Try not to crunch into your ears. I got jalapeno cheesy popcorn. They're so good and tasty. Let's go. Sturriskel's just lying around.
An excellent place for contemplation. One has the best view of the cathedral from here. Mesmerizing, wouldn't you say? An impeccable manifestation of the God Emperor's sublimity.
Alright, let's see. All this ostentatious luxury, this laughable pretense, is enough to make one think that the architects meant to compensate rather than glorify. You have a particular reason for disturbing me.
My apologies. I did not seek you out to pester you with unwanted attention. Allow me to introduce myself. Conrad Voigtveer, Master of Whispers, in the employ of Her Ladyship Rogue Trader Theodora von Valencias. At your service. I haven't had the pleasure of speaking with you in person before.
Divisional Commissar of the Officio Prefectus, Vorgan Xanathar.
My regards, Commissar. Finding you was a difficult task given your parents' fate and your upbringing in the Schola Progenium. Truly, our meeting is an act of providence, is it not?
Voigtveer smiles faintly, but you're not sure it is directed at you. I love these little hyperlink things where it tells you the information about stuff. I'm gonna move myself just a little bit right into the port. Hold on, can I get myself like right inside the portrait? That'd be great. I'm not quite sized correctly for it. Oh well, that's fine. We will just shrink ourselves down into the corner as much as we can so we're not blocking whatever character might be talking at the time. Yeah, I like these little highlighted bits so that, like, if you're not really familiar with the Warhammer 40k universe, you can just hover over them and they'll, like, tell you what you know. Like right here, it tells you what the Schola Progenium is, a division of the ecclesiarchy responsible for the upbringing, education, and training of orphans, of those officers and nobles who have died in the service of the Imperium. It's pretty much the Imperium's an orphanage. It's if your parents were like an officer or a general or a soldier and they both die in service, the Schola shows up at your house and says, "Hey kid, your parents are dead. You're gonna become an officer or something at the Schola." Because the Schola teaches the children how to be multiple things, which could be anything from, like, my character right now is a commissar. They could become just general officers in the military. They could become sisters of battle in some cases. In very rare cases, they'll be taken on the ship to go to the Schola and they'll go missing, which means that they probably were abducted by one of the Assassinoriums to be trained to become an assassin. It's all very cool. Also, there's dead kids in the walls of the Schola. It's very dark.
I will be frank with you. You may forget your past titles, no matter who gave them to you, or what their origins are. From the moment you and the other candidate were brought aboard this void ship, your fate changed. You now serve Lord Captain Theodora von Valencias, and carry the burden of an heir of this house. Henceforth, you share your dynastic name with Her Ladyship. Bear it with honor.
You say I am one of the Rogue Trader's heirs. So there's another candidate. I'll figure out the voice I want to do for my character at some point. It's going to be a minute.
There is. And you will meet him soon enough.
Your parents are dead. I'm sorry, but you have a Chop and an A10 Warthog now. Hey kid, your parents died. Here's a gun. I assume you had some goal in mind when you decided to seek me out. Let us address it.
But of course, I have come to invite you to a meeting with Lady Theodora. I imagine you have many questions for your patroness, and I'm sure she has just as many questions for you. It is regrettable that you haven't yet had an opportunity to speak. It has been an arduous voyage thus far. The Lord Captain and Master Edelthrad von Valencius are conversing on the observation platform. Let us join them there.
Okay, we're the left mouse button, so I can click and move, and we can move our camera. Right, gotcha. So, for the uninitiated, and those that weren't paying attention during that dialogue, we are on a ship. All of this is on a gigantic ship, which is absolutely insane. If you want to think about it, like, we have this whole gathering and chapel and this huge carpet and these massive doors, all on a big ship, and I'm all the way up here. It is actual
I
insanity.
know how to take risks.
Interactable objects. Hold tap to highlight objects you can directly. Okay. Massive conference table. Obviously crafted from real wood. A resource of incredible value. A resource of incredible value aboard a void ship. There's steward.
I always keep my options open.
Sacred mechanism has been interfered with without due reverence. The duration of the data processing cycle has tripled. Lay people interfering in the operation of sacred mechanisms disturbs the machine spirits. In the name of the Omnissiah, refrain from any further profane acts.
Let us not dawdle.
I went over there and just started pressing buttons, and now some poor guy is having issues with his internet. Oh.
Let's not waste time with pleasantries.
Or how can I lock the camera? Can alter a copy of the 2348th volume of the Lex Imperialis, the Codex of the Sacred Laws of the Imperium. We'll guess.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Okay, so this is all like just shatter. Oh, saving.
One of the Von Valencius trophy rooms. Perhaps you would like to take a look around after your audience with the Lord Captain.
What's happening?
Uh-oh.
Run! The servitors have gone berserk!
Well, that's no good.
Spoils that much sweeter.
All right, time for combat. Oh, that's the downside of having hyper augmented servitors. Movement and combat. Turn-based. Move, attack, and use abilities. So highlight area. Right. Movement points. Yep. So my movement points are down here, and my action points are here. We're gonna use this.
I won't stand for it. It's as good as done.
We're gonna go right here. We're gonna shoot at him. I missed. I fired. I missed.
My gut tells me it's a bad idea.
Does it take 3 for me to do that? I forget what I just made him do. For an ally, push themselves, increasing their characteristics by plus 15 for 1 round. Okay. I could shoot one of the other guys to buff everyone. That'd be really funny, wouldn't it? These guys would die. He would survive. So we're gonna...
I'll make it happen.
He dodged! How dare you? Alright. I can't hit shit, apparently. Get him, guy. You missed.
I'll see to it personally.
Well, this sucks.
I refuse.
Has to be under the overexerted voice command imprinted worlds effect.
I won't stand for it.
Come on, get him, guy. We're getting fucked up. Hey, Conrad? If you could actually attack, that'd be great too.
I'll make it happen. I won't compromise my principles.
Well, a critical hit, so that's
I
nice.
refuse.
I guess I can't move now. He's gonna smack the shit out of me. Oh, no, apparently not. Oh, so now you want to attack after everyone's dead. Come on, guy.
What suspiciously poor timing for such an accident. Servitors malfunction on the officer's deck at exactly the same moment when the rogue trader and her heirs are gathered here. I have blocked all passages between the upper and lower sectors of the residential decks. If this is a deliberate attack, it should stop the culprits from advancing their plan.
Right.
I'm afraid I must remain here. For Lady Theodora's safety, I have to oversee the execution of these orders personally. I hope you will have no difficulty reaching the observation platform on your own. It is just at the end of this corridor.
Alright, cool. Can I loot any of these bodies? Okay, open a map. Serpent motive force. Okay. Is that a tarantula? Yes, a tarantula. I think it's massive. Alright, map. So we need to go in a direction.
Keep your wits about you.
keep hitting the space button instead of anything else. A whole bunch of stuff that's just like random nonsense. Little bits of lore. Grand void ship temple occupies the entire space below the officer's deck and is lit by countless candles and lumens. Jocasta, you got a name. Interior vacuum locks. Okay, you didn't have anything really
Is
to
there
say.
money to be made?
I don't know where I'm meant to be going exactly. Oh, that's where. Hello?
That is simply irrational, Lady Theodora. Assimilation into the trade structure would be political and economic suicide. Practically an admission of heresy.
Then suggest an alternative that will satisfy me. I have described the situation. No worse than my seneschal could have done. Make a decision. What will you do with Ion 6, Edelthrad?
Survey the room. Your first impression of Edelthrad, who appears to be about 30 years old, is a parchment-like skin stretched over a tightly bundled mass of sinew, implants, and bone. The nervously twitching fingers, the face twisted by a slight tic, and the jerky movements are all signs of some illness or defect that has taken over his physical form. In stark contrast to Edelthrad, Theodora von Valencia's features appear as if they were carved from marble, eternal and indestructible. Head raised high, proud posture, hands clasped casually behind her back. Everything seems to emphasize the difference in status between her and Edelthrad. Next to the two of them, you see two more men. One is a gray-haired officer of impeccable bearing who is studying the contents of his data slate. The other is a behemoth bristling with holsters and baldricks containing all manner of weapons.
Our second candidate has joined us. Approach and give me your answer. Consider this hypothetical situation. Ion 6. A new world on the fringes of the Coronis expanse. High seismic activity, regular magma eruptions, metamorphic rock deposits, prospects for large-scale mining. The world is populated by natives who worship some heretical underworld spirits that protect those who offer them sacrifices. Flights of fancy, you might say, but attempts to install ore extractors have failed for the second time. The mining crews sent to the planet's surface simply vanished overnight. My question to you is, what would you do with this poisoned treasure?
To a Xeno.
Reasonable and prudent. However, chasing after ethereal creatures may prove a rather long and fruitless endeavor.
You see, I knew, and I have a very, very serious feeling that no matter what I would have answered, she would have given me a reason why it would suck, like why it would be bad. She gives me like Kreia vibes from KOTOR 1 or KOTOR 2, where like it doesn't matter what decision you make, she's always gonna think like, why not do this instead?
Apart from Xenos, An untrodden planet might be teeming with myriad horrors that are far more dangerous and difficult to eradicate. I suspect that you are simply unaware of their existence.
No, he isn't saying in dialogue. He's talking to me about that. I suspect that you, Borgin, are simply unaware of their existence. Shut your mouth. Very simple question. Let's see. I gave a straight answer to a simple question, which, as I understand, was still more than you could do, Edelthard.
Insolent, ignorant upstart. How dare you?
Oh, did I make you mad, Edelthard?
Edelthrad, I believe I gave you an assignment on this ship. Explain to me then why my senior congregator is still dawdling about the officer's deck, instead of proceeding to the middle decks to commence the inspection of the compartments in his purview.
Ooh.
I beg your forgiveness, Lady Theodora. Your presence has such a profound effect on me that I well forgot the time.
What a brown-nosing little bitch. Get the fuck out of here.
So, why are you here?
I do not know just yet. I hope you will clarify that.
Clarity. A luxury that few of us can afford. There is a reason why I did not explain all the details of the question I posed to you earlier. Beyond the borders of the Imperium, seldom is one granted an opportunity to enjoy information in abundance. This, however, is one such opportunity.
Can't figure out where I want to be situated. I'm too bulk to be contained here. How about there? We'll try this.
My name is Theodora von Valancius Massimo of Scaris. I am a rogue trader in the service of the God Emperor of humanity. And my rights and freedoms are vindicated by a most sacred relic. The warrant of trade, kept aboard this very vessel. Mine is the honor to venture into the darkness, beyond the Imperium, and carry humanity's light where powers wicked and heretical reign, and bow death and ruin to us all.
Neat. Theodora von Valancius Massimo Ascaris. That is one hell of a mouthful of a name.
It is my decision alone to determine the fate of whatever I find past the bounds of the explored void. Every world I discover, along with all there is to find thereon. Resources, people, riches, and mysteries, is mine by right. I command millions of lives, rule over numerous planets, and possess fortunes that no planetary governor or commander could dream of amassing. And you are one of those with von Valancius blood in their veins and a rightful claim to this inheritance when the hour comes.
I'm ready to take on this sacred purpose.
Oh yes, you would be, wouldn't you?
No, fuck off.
The question is, am I ready to choose you over the rest? You came aboard hours before the warp jump, and have not yet distinguished yourself in any way. As things currently stand, I have doubts that you are suitable for the role of rogue trader.
Well, I don't particularly give a damn.
Blood right alone is not enough to earn the high honor of becoming the bearer of a warrant of trade. Nonetheless, your abilities and talents may yet prove useful. If not for the role of Lord Captain, then for that of their closest ally. Alas, even those responsibilities can at times be too challenging for those who share your blood. Kunrad Voitvir served me for many years before he made his mistake.
One of? Does this mean there are other heirs?
Naturally. Some have yet to arrive on board, but you have had the pleasure of meeting one of them. Edelthrad may be somewhat disconcerted by the scale of the responsibilities that may potentially fall upon his shoulders. However, I have a good feeling about him as a candidate.
If you are satisfied with Ethelthrad, then what sense is there in having this conversation? Why are you wasting your time on me?
Impatience. I am rather fond of impatient people. They are not as quick to resign themselves to circumstance and more eager to show initiative. Even if I do choose Edelthrad as my successor, I will still require loyal advisors. The skills and knowledge you acquired in your former life may prove invaluable here, in the Coronis Expanse. Once, you were a commissar of the Imperial Guard, a political officer who was not afraid to face his own death or to send his underlings to theirs. Resolve, faith, implacability. All of it gives one a unique perspective when presented with a situation where a less steadfast individual could falter. Trust me, your future holds plenty of situations where your commitment to your duty, or your house's interests, will be one of your strengths.
Oh yeah, we look at their like full portraits here. Look how suave she is. Her hair is a little ridiculous, but you know, what can you do? Wouldn't mind getting a power sword. That'd be pretty dope.
Moreover, even changing your family name will not rid you of the fame you previously garnered. I hope it will also help you bring glory to the von Valancius dynasty, to which you now belong.
Did I hear correctly? The Master of Whispers is related to you?
His kinship to me is most distant, as is yours. Nonetheless, he does bear the name von Valancius, even if he avoids using it publicly and, as such, strictly speaking, can be considered my heir. That door, however, is closed to him. Voitvir's performance in his current role is satisfactory. Or it used to be, at least.
Thank you for clarifying. May I ask my questions now?
I have some time before the navigator gives the signal to initiate the void ship's translation out of the warp, and my presence is required on the bridge.
Yeah. An incident took place on the officer's deck. Some servitors went berserk and attacked the crew.
Is that so? Perhaps the technomats were careless during maintenance. Or it could be the warp playing tricks on us in spite of the Gellerfield. Or perhaps there is something to all the stories about the ship being possessed after all.
Oh. Possessed ship. It's a ghost ship.
Lady Theodora, for the God Emperor's sake, surely you do not intend to start repeating idle rumors spread about by uneducated riffraff.
Enough, Abelard. Such hearsay amuses me. Idira eagerly retells me everything she learns from the whispers of her unseen advisors. This ship is ancient. It has enough hidden nooks, malfunctioning cogitators, and unused compartments to make ignorant folks speak of specters dwelling inside the bulkheads and plotting against those who yet live.
I already know what this is, so I'm not going to ask about it. Where is your ship headed?
The Rycat system, the domain of rogue trader Winterscale, one of my peers and rivals. Besides me, 2 other rogue traders exist in the Coronis Expanse, and each of them possesses resources comparable to mine. Perhaps you will one day assist House von Valancius in surpassing both of them in affluence and splendor.
Oh, affluence and splendor. Okay. So there's 2 other rogue traders out there.
I set the course for Rykad on the demand for a very specific reason. Perhaps I shall yet apprise you of the purpose for this voyage, but now is not the time.
Okay. What are my current responsibilities?
Observe, learn, absorb. It will take time for you to find your bearings aboard this vessel and in your new position. Eventually, I will find a post that suits you as I did for Edelthrad. Until that time comes, consider yourself my aide.
I'm not a kiss ass, so I have no more questions.
In that case, I shall head to... Disturbances reported on the adjacent decks. Seneschal, if the need arises, protect the new blood. It is possible that the chance to prove your worth may present itself sooner than you may have anticipated.
I'll make an example out of you.
All of you will bleed! Look out. Gotta hurt.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
Weapon at the ready. For the glory of the Imperium! Death to the weak! Don't let your guard down. Your end was inevitable. Chaos guides me. Death to non-believers! Out of my way!
A tactically sound approach. I took care of this one.
Follow my lead. Die! You never stood a chance.
Take a team with you and clear a path to the transport line. Do not let a single whoreson survive. bat an eye when that scum burst onto the deck, huh? Not bad. I have seen many an officer who panicked at the sight of combat on the upper decks. The false sense of security offered by their position makes them that much more vulnerable to the harsh realities of warp travel. Mort has gone on ahead to clear a path for us. If you want to make yourself useful, go after him and see if the Arch-Militant requires aid. And be quick about it.
I always keep my options open.
Ah, thank Providence you are alive and well.
Always on time, eh, Coonrad? The moment we finish chasing the riffraff around the deck, you show up. Always just after the fighting's done. You could set your chrono by it.
Mort, hold yourself together.
What, did the Lord Captain send you to chivvy us along? We're all done here. I'll report right away.
Master of Whispers, what is happening on my ship? The Voxnet is silent. The Vox Master is not responding. Armed assailants have stormed the officer's deck, and my arch-militant just destroyed several more heretics on the way here. Is this a severe case of warp madness? Have some of my crew lost their minds and forgotten who they are and whom they serve? Report!
I have not yet received word from the Engineerium regarding any Gellerfield failures, but communications were already unstable half an hour ago, and now they have ceased altogether. Whatever the cause may be, the consequences are spreading fast. I am receiving scattered reports from the middle decks, and the only voxcasts from the lower bays are one-way heretical gibberish. That the madmen have already reached the officer's deck suggests that this outrage was planned in advance. Perhaps this is an organized mutiny.
First, we have to confirm that the bridge and the navigator's sanctum are secure. And I have the means to do both things at once.
Edelthrad, where is he? I must know if he is unharmed. A psyker aboard a ship that is potentially being assailed by the warp could pose a greater threat to himself and others than a whole army of madmen with improvised weapons.
I tried to locate him, but the last thing known about his movements is that he arrived on Transitional Deck 18.
Blast it! Master of Whispers, find Edelthrad immediately. Seneschal, locate Tlas and the Sister of Battle. Both are to remain at my side. Arch-Militant, with me. I must go to my study. And it appears we might encounter heretics along the way.
If I may, Lord Captain. Transitional Deck 18 is at the heart of the disturbance, and if our goal is to bring Ethelthrat back, I could use some support. After all, I'm not as adept at directly confronting enemies of the House as the esteemed Arch-Militant, and taking into consideration Ethelthrat's psychic powers.
Then it's settled. Find Ethelthrat and bring him here. In whatever state you find him. This elevator leads to restricted compartments such as my personal chambers and the bridge. Do not let me down. I require you both. Do you understand? Then move out! Mort, come.
Are you ready to head to 18? It is a long walk, and you do not even have proper gear. Of course you will. Lady Theodora would never have someone she couldn't rely on as one of her heirs. But that is no longer relevant. Careful, careful. Be gentle with our guest. He has an important mission to complete during our visit to the Warrant Chamber. And for that, I need him breathing. Ah, you are back with us, I see. Delightful. How perceptive of you. I'll help you with the next insight. I need you here for your blood. You have the option to share it voluntarily, or I will squeeze it out of you myself. We are in the anteroom of the Warrant Chamber, this void ship's most hallowed vault. There, beyond those gates, lies the relic that gives Theodora all of her power. The sacred Warrant of Trade. Only one obstacle remains on my path to obtaining it. The gates to the chamber are guarded by the Sentinel, an ancient device that will only open the door to a true heir of the dynasty. I expected to do this part myself, but never mind. You will offer your blood to the Sentinel. On the contrary, the Warp's blessing has raised me too much above your kind, Fon Valencius. The Sentinel refused to submit to me. But you can help. After all, isn't that what family is for? Wretched. What do you know about wretchedness? Theodora's cur. Are you hoping to buy a grain of her indulgence with your blind loyalty? Oh, I know this delusion. But thank the gods it no longer has power over me. Humanity can rot. I no longer serve mortal kind. Once my work is done, I'll make that pompous wench Von Valancius watch as I sacrifice her entire dynasty and commit their fate to the gods. And you will be the instrument by which I will accomplish this righteous act. Did you forget something? I suggest you hurry.
subject is in a state of heightened stress. Do you require assistance? Request accepted. Initiating defense protocol.
There is still another way.
Escort the child of the house to safety. Temporary obnubilation following acute stress. Mobile unit of the Warren Sentinel standing by. Mobile unit of the Warren Sentinel, designed as a personal escort of the child of the house and a means of communicating with the rogue trader's subjects. Mobile unit standing by. Distance from the current location to the nearest arsenal. Initiating situational calculations. Voxcast frequencies disrupted. Initiating setup. Establishing connection.
Faster! Restore communication with the navigator's sanctum. I am trying to contact the bridge. If anyone can hear me on this frequency, regroup all available forces and head to the upper decks at once. I repeat, regroup all available forces and head...
Communication protocols breached. Signal latency assessment unavailable. Unable to establish two-way connection. Middle and upper decks. Assuming the probability of safe placement in areas of concentration of armed units. Calculating. To prevent unauthorized units from breaching the warrant chamber, preemptive sealing must be initiated. The mobile unit will start executing the received order immediately after the safety of the warrant is secured.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Run, fools, or fall!
Master! Whatever are you doing in the Warren Chamber? How did you... Throne preserve me! What is the meaning of this? What? Oh, holy God, Emperor! I presume he is the one responsible for the mutiny. And, Master, I wish to remind you that you are to refer to the Lord Captain as Lady Theodora. Saints' blood! And it is small wonder that the heretics are so well organized. I thought his order to seal the passages between decks was his attempt to stop the attackers from spreading to other levels. But now I see the real reason. It was to stop the enforcers from intervening. At least you are alive, and now safe, Master. Alas, I doubt we can afford to look for a compartment to sit out this disaster. You're in a bad way. I can treat your wounds. I have a Medicaid kit with me. And for the love of the throne, now is not a good time to be walking around the decks without means of self-defense. Here.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Your seneschal is always there for you. Let me help.
I won't forget this. I have a nose for profit and the taste for adventure.
That is a noticeable improvement. Now you're prepared for the trials ahead. The lower decks are teeming with heretics instigating the rabble to revolt. But that is the least of our problems. The ship's enforcers are rounding up the scoundrels and suppressing the resistance. The situation on the middle decks is much worse, although strike teams have already been dispatched there. All communication with the bridge and the engineering bay was lost. So, apart from scattered voxcasts, we have no information to go on. But that is not the worst of it all. All these jolts and shaking are most alarming. These are signs that the navigator and the master helmsman are having difficulty translating the ship out of the warp and into real space. I fear that they may have already lost control. We must reach the navigator's sanctum and get a handle on the situation. If we can manage that, some aboard this vessel may yet survive. I am no helmsman. Oh, God Emperor preserve me, navigator. However, I have spent my entire life aboard void ships equipped with warp drives, and I know that portents such as these do not bode well. It could be that the Gellerfield has faltered. Perhaps the navigator was struck down by warp corruption and is fighting for the last shreds of his humanity as we speak. If we get thrown off course, we will be forever lost in the war. Naturally, we would likely not have long to live in that scenario. But I will not resign myself to such an outcome just yet. You sent me a Vox message, specifically a voxcast on the officer's frequency, which I had the good fortune to receive. You mean to say you did no such thing? Warren Sentinel? The Lord Captain barely ever ventures down to the chamber, and I was at her side only once or twice when she did. And I did not see anything of the sort. The Warren Chamber is an ancient and rather sacred mechanism that the ship's tech priests treat with the utmost reverence. I assume that whatever it is that you did, you must have activated certain processes and caused the Sentinel to awaken. But then, why did none of it happen when Lady Theodora did the same? During warp transit, the Sanctum is closed to all who are not involved in traversing the Empyrean. And for good reason. For the Navigator to open their third eye and perceive the way, the Sanctum must be bathed in the energies of the Immaterium. Only a Navigator can withstand such an ordeal. For the rest of us, any contact with the warp is fraught with perils such as loss of sanity, spontaneous mutations, and death. Lady Theodora's. Which one? The last one I received was about the Navigator's Sanctum, and that was a good while ago. In any case, let us hope that the Lord Captain is well, and safely in charge of the ship's defense. In the meantime, we must do all we can to prevent the ship from veering off course. Come.
To arms, loyal sons and daughters of the God Emperor! Fight the heresy and corruption that threatens to consume our home, and with all your might, destroy those who have dared!
The Lord Captain is calling her crew to battle, which means the Vox networks are set up for broadcast transmission, not message exchange. Splendid. While the rogue trader inspires proper resolve to fight in her subjects, you and I shall prove that her trust in us is well deserved. Onward!
You are not gonna serve the ruinous powers!
To arms!
Your Emperor won't save you!
Crush the feeble!
I serve the ruinous powers! Chaos guides me! Death to the weak!
I'm not interested. Someone else can do this. Follow my lead. One fewer target. I'd rather not. At your beck and call.
Who, if not me?
yourself, Abelard!
Victory is imminent. I took care of this one.
On it. I won't stand for it.
I will do my duty.
One fewer target.
My gut tells me it's a bad idea. I know how to take risks. I will lead us to fortune. I always have a backup plan.
Beholder of the blinded guide, doom comes from the heavens.
Master, watch your head. Idira, would it be too much to ask that you phrase your soothsayings plainly for once? That was too close.
Sorry, old man. Their voices are so loud I can't even hear myself. They shriek, they sing, they... Oh, Abala, how they sing.
This is Idira Tlas, personal psyker and diviner of Her Ladyship Theodora von Valancius. Idira?
I'm not drunk, old man. I'm suffering the effects of the warp that is seeping through these walls. I see the ship's fate. To die in the waves of the immaterium, fall under the burning rays of the final dawn. And in the roaring blaze, I see a figure standing. Who is it? I have no answer. The voices from beyond the threshold whisper to me. Sometimes their murmurs are clear, they grant insight. Sometimes they drive me mad. But I am patient. I know how to listen and discern. But now, with this clamor around me, too many voices, too loud. And you are von Valancius, one of Lady Theodora's heirs. Well then, we finally meet.
Officers frequency. To all who can hear me, those with a weapon in their hands are to gather on the officers' deck at once. I repeat, gather on the officers' deck at once and prepare to launch a counterattack.
That's Ethelthrat. Oh, Emperor's Providence. The other heir lives as well. Quickly, we must head to...
Not so fast, old man. If we drown in the warp, Lady Theodora's heirs won't be any good to us. If Ethelthrat's like me and hasn't yet surrendered his mind or body to the mercy of the warp, then he can still hold on a little longer without us.
Blast it. You're right. First, we need to deal with what is happening here.
The whispers called me. The ones I could make out among all the screams and screeches. Those who are rocking this boat hit us where it hurt. They went after the navigator, our guide through the warp. Other whispers called me to the enginarium, but it was too late. I heard the cry of our master Cog, and the silence that followed.
What? You don't mean the Engineer Prime is...
Said, without a doubt. And the voices wail, heralding countless nightmares, cackling at each soul among the hundreds that are now joining the warp. The shriek from the Navigator's sanctum was louder than the rest. And it's better that we saved the Navigator than some lever puller from a cooling module or a cook from the middle decks. What? You think Lady Theodora didn't ask me to peek into the darkness behind the backs of those she sees as her prospective heirs? I have seen you. I have seen the footsteps of your past and the wounds of your heart. No. Nothing is well about him. Can't you feel the chill crawling on your skin? The eyes watching you? The warp ice has already encased the bulkheads. What follows is calamity. But we're not just going to stand here and take it, are we? The state of things in here suggests there's a navigator around. Maybe one who's crippled or at death's door, but still kicking. And since our skin hasn't peeled off our faces just yet, his third eye must be closed. At worst, it's a little roughed up. So what are we moping around for? Let's go protect that noble mutant while we're still alive. Did I mention that my...
I'm at your service.
I have a nose for profit and a taste for adventure. Is there money to be made?
Should I divine our next step?
Let's not waste time.
My whispers creep.
Miscalculations are for commoners. I don't make mistakes. I make profitable learning experiences.
Sometimes you consult the appropriate treaties on...
Did you want something?
I know how to take risks. I always keep my options open. Keep your wits about you.
Close ranks! Out of my way!
Faced worse than this.
Death to non-believers!
I'll brush this off. Let's make some opportunities. Another enemy down. I'll make it happen.
Anything else? Be gone! Will do.
At your beck and call. That's not the Seneschal's job. Indeed.
Hold on!
Taking calculated risk is my second nature. It's as good as done.
They who discern the future own the battlefield.
I believe Master Vespider still lives. Well, the servants are dead. But the chamber, thank the Emperor, is still sealed from the warp. Well, we have a chance of leaving this place alive.
Wounded. Exhausted. Fighting back the endless horrors of the warp that are forcing their way into his head. Pick one.
Your time is short. Fall to your knees, mortals, and behold the final dawn.
It came from beyond! His body is not his!
Its march thunders under the burden of hopes. Unseal your hearts, and I will flood your souls with myriads of words and meanings, each one a portent of salvation within me. Run. Flee from this place while I still have the strength. I can contain the intrusion, but not for long. We must begin the translation. Leave the warp. But it can't be done without the Master Helmsman's help.
ship can only begin the translation with the assistance of the Master Helmsman, if he is still alive. It is worth a try. We must get to the bridge, but we will need support. Our only option is to fight our way to the officer's deck and join forces with Edelthrad and his people. I believe we will also find Lady Theodora there. She must have heard the call to arms that the servo skull relayed to us earlier.
The spiders. Good luck. And thank you.
Always keep your eye on the prize. Fate and fortune favor the bold. Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
What advice?
Should I divine our next step?
I have a nose for profit, and a
How may I serve the dynasty?
Let us not dawdle. Ship's as good as ours! It's all over for you!
I shall pity not your enemies. I shall heed not their pleas.
Somebody shoot this
I shall betray not your tenets, nor stray one step from them. Take not your gaze from me. Leave me not without your grace.
I told you he would protect us.
My God, my light, my emperor.
Sister Argenta! Sister Argenta, it is a relief to see you. We require all the forces we can muster.
Your face, it is unfamiliar. Who are you? The hour is dark and daunting. Ship abounds with corruption. The faces of friends are twisted by sneers of heresy. The eyes of comrades ignite with the archenemy's hunger. I will do what I must to halt the advance of the dark forces. But in these dire moments, little can be trusted. So I must know, why are you here?
Sister, I beg of you. Now is not the time for interrogations. The ship is under attack by heretics. We've been betrayed by our esteemed Master of Whispers. Edelthrad the Heir is waiting for our aid, and Lord Captain Theodora is expecting a report on our success. We are here to deal with the situation, so I suggest we all do just that.
Very well. We may leave it at that, for now. I cannot wait to rain righteous fire down upon each and every heretic!
Sister Argenta is a guest of the Lord Captain. And that story deserves its own time and conversation, under more appropriate circumstances.
Enough idle chatter.
I am where I must be, and that will suffice. Through this door, I shall join you, for it is my duty to the God Emperor to destroy this heresy.
We will follow. For now, we will hold off any heretics who might try to crawl in through the cracks to join the main assault. And we'll take a look at the generators while we're at it. Those villains made a mess of the cables. Oh, I wish we had a Tectomat with us. But we'll see what we can do without one.
Good to hear it. Sister?
Ready. May Terra's light illuminate our path through fire and darkness.
I will lead us to fortune.
The Emperor sets my path.
Is there money to be made?
I am at your service.
Fate and fortune favor the bold. I'll make it happen.
Don't you dare to cross us!
Come to chaos!
I'll do it. The enemy enemies of the Emperor will be undone! None can escape the Emperor's judgment! As the Emperor commands, Eradicator!
Someone else can do this. Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. Reduced to dust!
I am your doom! I know what is to come. On it!
Full way! Leave her to rot!
I serve the ruinous powers!
I'll see to it personally. I'll make it happen. Your end was inevitable.
Chaos guides me! Your entrails will adore!
Become like fire!
We're at a tactical disadvantage!
I go into the Emperor's light, for I am his chosen.
Victory is imminent.
Death to the weak! Chaos guides me!
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Doubt is for the weak. Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it. Each strike is a prayer.
My place is at the fore. I will do my duty. One fewer target.
Death to non-believers!
Pain cleanses the body.
There is movement in the Empyrean.
It's nothing.
On it. I'll see to it. You never stood a chance. Who, if not me?
You could do worse, but not by much.
Out of my way! I serve the ruinous powers! Chaos guides me!
My
See
fate
my
shields
great
me.
works, masters!
Rejoice in battle!
It will be done. I'm not interested.
Was that you? Or... Will do.
I won't compromise my principles.
I'm not injured. I'm enraged. Ministration is a holy task. As the Emperor, none can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Grey hair? Sure have.
down. I refuse.
Death to the weak!
Doubt is for the weak.
I'd rather not. A tactically sound approach. I took care of this one.
But of course. What an unfortunate turn of fate. On it.
Chaos guides me!
I'll see to it personally. I always get the job done.
Attention to detail is the key to success.
Just as I planned. Success is the only outcome I accept. That's how it's done. Just as I planned. keep your wits about you. I always keep my options open.
I better myself through my service.
Let's not waste time with pleasantries.
Your seneschal is always there for you.
I will lead us to fortune. Rise to the top, or get left in the dust. I always get the job done. I always have a backup plan. Let us not dawdle. Over there!
Are you lost, my heir?
An apparition. A sorceress. Apparition. Trickery of the warp.
Sister, you will lower your weapon. Threatening the Lord Captain is outrageous.
I am a rogue trader. I am wherever my will demands me to be. Would you prefer to be elsewhere at this time? Indubitably. But are you ready? I can lead you out of these flames, show you a path, rid you of pain, and give you a weapon so that you may defeat your enemies. Decide.
Do not listen to this abomination. If there is naught but his light in your heart, if you are resolute in your faith, then step into the flames. The Emperor protects. His faithful will not be deterred by either darkness or deceitful promises. Nor will the fire burn those who carry the torch of faith in their soul.
To the void with you. We need to follow Lady Theodora before we suffocate in this furnace.
The people! The survivors from the middle decks! We must help the crew! Lead them out! Find a way around!
Then we'll miss our chance to meet up with Edel. What are we waiting for?
Keep your wits about you.
Where did it go? The thing that was standing in front of us in the fire? I could have sworn.
To the same place all unholy visions go. Do you want to follow it, witch?
Success is the only outcome I accept. I always keep my options open.
Too late. We are too late. Or perhaps Edelthrad and his escort never made it here. Which would be even worse.
Or they could be fighting on the bridge as we speak, without us.
My lord, I beg your pardon for interrupting. The people are asking for orders. You came back to save us. So now we will follow you through thick and thin.
To the bridge. If Edelthrad is there, then he requires immediate assistance. I say there is one thing that I find most troubling. The Lord Captain's Voxcasts. They are still coming in, even though it would make sense for Lady Theodora to be on the bridge right now, at the head of the counter-assault. I feel uneasy. What if the Lord Captain is besieged in her own chambers? With your permission, I suggest that we confirm for ourselves that she is not. We can use the same elevator that Lady Theodora and Mort headed for earlier.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust. This could be an opportunity. This is intriguing. Is there money to be made? I always have a backup plan. I know how to take risks.
Emperor, accept thy faithful souls.
No! Lord Captain, I didn't hear a thing. Not a whisper, not a breath. It was so loud. Why didn't I foresee this?
Lord Captain. Who would even dare? Unless that rat, Voidsphere. It could have happened in the heat of battle. Not to mention that Mort was here, and he would have protected Lady Theodora to the last. How could Mort have failed her so terribly? The Arch-Militant was born on a death world. He had lightning-fast reflexes.
I can look at things in my own way. If you find something that might bear the imprint of the killer, just give it to me, and I'll try to see what secrets it holds. I see streaks of color, luminescence, blue lights, faces drawing closer. Lady Theodora and Conrad and what is that? Ah! Something dark, enormous. Oh, this glass thing was something foul, that's for sure. Tainted witchcraft. It doesn't work like that. I can try to read the memories of objects, but dead bodies are a different story. Something like that would require her soul. And after what we saw on the officer's deck, I won't risk searching for it in the warp.
Yes, the crucible of battle calls to me once more.
No, wait! We must see if we can find anything!
Idira, you can't bring her back. Let her go.
You'd give up so easily, old man? I expected as much from the sister. It's not like she has a heart. But you? Oh no. I'll get to the bottom of this. I'll find the one responsible for murdering the Lord Captain. And when I do, that scum will regret the day they were born.
Keep your wits about you.
Suffer not the heretic to live!
Surrender to the dark powers!
At your beck and call. Reduced to dust!
My gut tells me it's a bad idea. I won't stand for it. I won't compromise my principles. I'll make it happen.
I'll do it. Faith without deeds is worthless. You, Emperor! Strike is a prayer.
Was that you? Or will do? Anything else?
Temporary setback.
Victory is in one fewer target. That's not the Seneschal's job.
My gut tells me it's a bad idea. I refuse. I won't stand for it. I don't need luck. I have strategy. Your end was inevitable. I'll see to it personally.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury! As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it.
At your beck and call. Target well struck. I will do my duty. Indeed. It will be done.
On it.
Blasphemer! God Emperor, move through me! Be the fire in my heart! Doubt is for the weak.
Cover me! On it. Was that you? Or...
My ears are ringing. Follow my lead. At your beck and call.
Who if not me?
Victory is imminent.
I'll make it happen. Another enemy down. I have a nose for profit and a taste for adventure. Always keep your eye on the prize.
The first sacrifice opens the eye. The second sacrifice draws its gaze.
Help has arrived. Too late to change the tide, I'm afraid. But if there is any honor in you, we can at least die with dignity and give our lives for the rogue trader. Oh, the rogue trader is dead? No matter what ritual Kunrad is performing there, the warp is too strong. I cannot withstand it. I feel my body changing with every second. The warp is ringing in the air. This is the end. We will perish in the warp, along with the warrant and all the dynasty's heirs. The enemy of humanity has triumphed.
I've seen it before. We'd better get away from him. The changes are already accelerating.
Words worthy of a righteous soul.
Save the lofty words for later, will you? The navigator's ready to take the ship out of the warp if he gets some help from the bridge.
Then we have no right to bow our heads. We are out of time. No. To die altogether is to allow the flame of the dynasty to perish in the dark. No. It will not be like this. Not today. The ritual will not be completed. I'll take care of it. And you, see to it that the void ship breaks free from the warp. Watch over our realm. And farewell. Accursed traitor! A time will come when you will bleed for her ladyship Theodora's murder. Remember my words, for they are the vow of he who marches toward his death.
What? Theodora is dead?
No, that can't be. Not now. I still haven't.
Your ritual won't be finished, heretic!
The Emperor is with us.
It's as good as done.
I'll do it.
On it.
Faith without deeds is worthless. Take it.
I'm not interested. Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. Indeed. At your beck and call.
Death to non-believers!
That is not my destiny. What is this foreboding? But of course.
Break them around! My faith strengthens me! Out of my way!
Such is the will of chaos. My prescience has failed me.
Serve the ruinous powers!
I've suffered worse.
Stay vigilant!
I won't compromise my principles. Who, if not me? My gut tells me it's a bad idea.
It will be done.
High momentum.
Guided by faith! As the Emperor commands, I am is why I was chosen. Doubt is for the weak. I'll do it. I will not.
I will do like you. It will be done.
Chaos guides me!
Will do. On it.
Death to the weak. Brace yourself, Avalon.
It shields me.
Don't let your guard down. I'll see to it personally.
Anything else? Will do.
I'll make it happen.
Rejoice in battle! That is not the Emperor's will.
Victory is an exemplary strike. We'll rule the stars themselves. It will be done. I'd rather not. I will do my duty.
Anything else? Will do.
Follow my lead. Chaos guides me. Death to non-believers.
Mere pain won't stop me.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
It will be done. I'll
revert to more conservative tactics. The healing is much appreciated.
On it.
Injury is not an excuse to shirk one's duty.
It's nothing. This is unacceptable. I will not. I'll do it.
They who discern the future on the battlefield.
Weapon at the ready.
She did always want to be a martyr.
Time to prove my mettle. Victory is imminent.
I know what is to come.
Not my worst day. Yes.
Abelard, not you. Why did I not foresee this?